Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Let me get set up so we can see the responses I get. Okay. Well, I hope everyone is doing well and having a good day. Continue to stay safe. We are just going to have a play today. Good morning, Vicky. We are going to have a play with our scraps because I'm starting to get a bunch. And that means I need to use them. Well, friends, good morning. How are you? So I just chose some 12 by 12 papers that I know I'm not going to use. And I'm going to be creating MasterBoards. There we go. I need to set up a little side table here. And this is one of them. That's a lot of gold. So we're going to use the back side. So I usually use those 12 by 12 papers that we're just not going to use. There's always some. Good morning, Cordelia. Good morning, Maddie. There's always those papers in a 12 by 12 paper pad, for the most part, that we're just not going to use. And to put it, basically, it's because they're not attractive. They're not pretty. Flo. Good morning. You know, they're not attractive. So I do save those, and I'll use them as card design bases or MasterBoards, which is what we're going to do today, because I have to make more birthday cards for work. And all that fun stuff. So, that is what we are going to do today. I had an awesome day yesterday. I tangled all day. It was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so these are the sheets that I'm going to be using. Again, it's just a lot of gold. A lot of gold. Yes, Flo, thank you. You know, they are, I mean, look at that. I mean, now look, to each his own. This is not attractive to me. And plus, yeah, no. So what I'm going to do is, instead of y'all looking at that, I'm going to flip it upside down. And we are going to work on it that way. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, I'm just going to put my brace on my elbow on. All right. So lots of gluing, lots of stamping, lots of inking. And to me, you know, that's just a fun-filled day. Grab my toilet paper roll. We'll be using that as well. I'm actually somewhat surprised. But yes, yesterday was awesomely fun. I am set for Inktober. When it comes to all of that fun, good stuff. And the only other thing that I'm going to need, alright, so I'm going to be right back. Give me 1 second. I need to get water. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to see how many I can make in a certain time frame, and then I'm going to switch over. So I'm doing just regular scraps, you know, just general papers. But then I'm also going to do Christmas ones, because some people can have a birthday in December. So for me, that just means that they get a card as well. And it just will have a Christmas theme in the background. Okay, so you had a productive day, Cordelia. Okay. Yes, I did too. I have completed my grocery shopping. Everything is away. Dinner will be started in the crock pot once I am done here. Got all the trash out from the house. Oh, let's see if I can get this in here. Oh, come on, come on. I don't like that ruffled edge. I forget, what else did I do? Did I do anything else? Maybe I did. I don't know. I am going to cut, there's like a ruffle on the edge of these, so I'm just going to trim that off, as long as they're all facing the same way. And then we will get started. Oh, it's like confetti. Vicky, that's awesome. I like yeah, I like that butterfly paper. Yeah, I forget where it was in a Michael's paper pad. Let's see. And the question, no. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? We are just whipping together. We'll ink that edge. MasterBoards. I think MasterBoards, for me, it's just something when you're mass producing cards, makes it easy. And they're universal. it was funny, all those cards that I made before with the adorable kids' faces, I had asked someone if they liked them, and they looked at me and said, yeah, we really, they were really good. I got to find out where she got them, and I just started laughing. And me and my awesomeness of sarcasm came back and said, you really don't listen, do you? And then I told him, I said, well, I kind of made them. So they were amazed. Oh. So we need to make more. And again, when I do my masterboard, I start out with large pieces. Oh, hello. All right, let's tear you down, because that's a lot of fun goodness there. So I did. I spent all day yesterday. Well, hello, my crafty adventures. Welcome. So all day I spent recording, getting ready for Inktober in our community. And I was on a roll. 31 tangles. I was on a roll. Until, yeah, you knew there was an until coming. Why is that tag in there? Oh no, tag. No, that needs to go somewhere else. That is not a scrap. Until I looked up and I stopped recording. Very, very frustrating, because then I had to figure out where it stopped. Sometimes, I don't know. We always get these comments about filming and all this stuff, and, I just don't think some people realize what happens, what that process does to us. So, thank goodness I was very pleased to see that it was only the current one that I was working on that stopped after 3 minutes. And I did decide, because, it's kind of what I do. When I upload the Tangles, the voice part, and it's going to be available for everybody. Everybody. And then the secondary part will go into the level 2. So never fear. It will all be there. Ave, good morning. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Jacques. Jack Furious. I hope I say people's names right. Gwen, good morning. We are doing MasterBoards. Need to get a bunch of them done. They're going to be the backdrop for more birthday cards that I need to make. Okay, this just needs to get dumped. There we go. Oh, no gold. No gold. So these are going to be the backdrop, and then I love those kids with the faces. Absolutely love them. They are my favorite. But we're going to change it up, and I'm going to do a die cut balloon. Well, that's a pop of color. Aw, I hope you feel better soon. Alright, where's my pencil? Okay. And remember, if anybody's got a question, put it in comments. I have a better chance to see it that way. Oh, I want to go that way with those. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that'll work. Ouch. Okay. Alright, I'll put a little bit of copper in this one. Just a little bit. started teaching one of my in-person Zentangle classes on Thursday. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm spoiled because they put me in this different facility. I'm not at the high school because they're building once again. I don't know how much more they can add. But they are. I am going to stamp, splatter, and all kinds of stuff on these as well. So as we do that, hopefully I'll have a spot. Set them aside to dry. Sala, good morning. Anthony, good morning. All right, let's break this up down here just a little bit. And we just need to bring in some other pieces here on the side. So there's little strips that I've been tearing. They work very well in this area. But I'm not inking around these, so I don't want to have too much white. Alright, now, just going to rub my hand over it, see if anything gets caught. Oh no, I need to break that up in there. And that's not the way I wanted to go. All right, that is the first one. Good morning, Story. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling better. I think last week you were not feeling very well. Hello, Beth. Good morning. MasterBoards, yes, Anthony, are awesome. Great stash buster. They are just a great stash buster. All right, I'm going to pull in my favorite stamps. Those are the Stitches by Stampers Anonymous, called Stitches. Look at that. These are awesome. You get 2 sizes of each one. So small, large, large, small, large, small. But these are great. I don't have time to sew. At least today I don't. And then eccentric, because it's got for skill and amusement only. I just love that sentiment. I think that sentiment's awesome. All right, I need my, and I just got done burying them. So I want my jet black. And I want my potting soil. So I'm just going to choose one of my stitches. Good morning, Jill. How are you? Oh, good, Story. I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh, fresh pizza. All right, so I'm going to start out with the stitches. And then I'm just going to pick areas along the lines and stamp down. All right, I have used this so much that this is just slipping. Needs to stop doing that. I gotta reglue that. So I'm just gonna find as straight edges as I can and just go along those just to give the illusion. And if I can't find a spot where I really want it, well then we don't care and we just put it anywhere we want to go. And it may be hit or miss. With the stitches, but that's okay. That's the whole point of a MasterBoard. Excuse me. You can try to plan them out, but it's really not worth it. Oh, sorry. I don't want... And then in the black, where's my... It's right in front of me. We're just going to go around. I thought I pulled out all of my... Obviously, I did not. Now, we won't use the condemned. Though I like that one, too. And again, I am not going for perfect stamps. I'm just putting pressure down. turning the stamp as I go. Oh no, I still need that. La, 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 la. Yes, I'm counting. I know. It's what I do. Now we gotta have numbers. Let's choose a new number. I keep grabbing for the same ones. Oh, this one looks fun. Who's good? Who's good at it? Who's good at that? I'm reading the comments here. Oh, Flo. All right. I think I just stamped my finger. So that'll be fun. They seem heavy on that side. La, 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 la. Okay, that was odd. Very odd noise going on in the house. Well, that's fun. No idea what that was. All right. So that's all of our stamping. Next, even though we did not ink around our edges, we don't have to do that. But what we do want to do is add distress ink stuff. Let's just call it stuff. Where's, you know, I always have. Just breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. I always have certain things on my table. No, they're not there. Sorry. I know what I'll use. Because I almost grabbed the alcohol again. We'll use that. And I think what I actually need. So every once in a while, I will save toilet paper rolls, because it is an easy way to just get rings, dings on our master board. Because if I don't go around, clean that up with a brush. Now, we'll add more water to that since it's so concentrated. Oh my goodness, that is so concentrated. Let's add some more water. And what I think I should do with that okay. Everyone send happy thoughts right now, because this is not going to be pretty. Thank you. All right. Have this somewhere, and we'll just do that. Hold on. There we go. All right. I have found a new love for fan brushes. They make splatters so quick. And it's less of a crime scene. Just saying. Although not today, because I have just made a complete mess of my desk. And see, you all can kind of see it. It's just, you know, all there. Oh, thank you, Flo. Oh, Echo Park. You had to bring up Echo Park. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Just on Echo Park. I was doing really good for the month of September. And what I mean by that is because it's Stamptember. And I have been known to go a little overboard, but I was really good this year. Now, of course, Mr. Holtz, you know, I'm not going to lie. I will get his stuff. And I did. So there's that. And there was only a few of the stamp sets that I got. I got the Penny Black. The Penny Black was really pretty. I can do a haul if you guys want. I don't think there's any others that I'm going to get. So let me know if y'all want to see that. So I think I did get the Tim Holtz. Absolutely, because that is the one that I must get every year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, there's just some things that you've got to get. It's almost like I collect it at this point. What are these? Oh my goodness, why are they there? So I did get that. I was really surprised. I was able to get the Gina K. All right, we're going to come in with our white because, yeah. Loved the Penny Black. Penny Black was the first one that came in for the first time. Okay, so that's that one. We're going to move on. We're going to put this to dry. There we go. Now, like I said, I'm going to turn that over because that's just, ugh, that's a lot of gold. For me, that's a lot of gold. So I did really well. I forget who I was watching. I was watching someone, and they had mentioned the Echo Park warehouse sale. And I had heard that before. Obviously, I never checked it out. Now I know why. I never checked it out. The sale is amazing. The sale is absolutely amazing and dangerous. Very dangerous. They're what they call their collection kits. So they're 12 by 12 pattern papers with stickers and cut aparts. That's what they call their collection. So there's like 12 sheets in there. $5. 5. At least that's what I got mine for. They have they'll put some mega pads on sale. They'll put their 6x6 pads on sale. Their brads, their die cuts, and a lot of it is, you know, recent collections, which I was really surprised about. Very, very surprised. But yeah, it is not for the faint at heart. I'm just saying. It was dangerous. So I believe that's why I was very good. It's September. Because Echo Park made up for it. I mean, just absolutely made up for it. It was scary. I did more till November. Yes, my release, I did. My release is going to go live November 2nd. That is the date that I chose. And it's kind of the date I had to go with due to other things that were happening. Nothing major, but it's just when it fell into place. Now, let's see, where are we at here with time? Okay. We're still good. But yeah, that was cruel when it came, when it came to that. Very, very cruel. But got some awesome deals. Paper collections that I've been wanting. So I did finally, and was able to get them. Why do I keep the pages with the perforations? And then I stopped. Then I absolutely stopped. I think, Story, the reason why, so yes, they were $7.50. I think it depends on how much you spend. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Just saying. That they drop down more. So, yeah. But even, I thought $7.50, I mean, that's a deal. You paid that for a 24 sheet 6x6 paper pad. And from what I understand, they do this like twice a year. I think they do one in the spring. This one's the fall. Even when they do their bundles, so their bundles are usually like $30. It's not as big as a discount, but it's still a discount. It's 20. They're down to 20. And then there's coupons, or there's codes. Like if you're on the, I see if you're on their newsletter's dangerous during this time, because you know that's what sneaks you back in there. You know, use this code to get an extra 20% off, or an extra, 15% off. That's what got me the second time. Yep, you heard that right. Second time. I'm horrible. Yes. Somebody should have really warned me about Echo Park. And I'm surprised. I have not been to my Michael's yet, but I usually don't get there till like December. That's usually, oh no, don't want to do that. That's usually when I'll get to Michael's. Because I now have, but I also go through a lot of paper right now. Because of the showcase that I'm getting ready for. Because like I did 4x6 scrapbook albums with 3 hinges in them. And I went through, I think I made 8 of them. I went through 8 paper pads with minimal amount of scraps left. So I do dig deep during this time, which is good. I should do it all year, mind you. So what is everybody else? Jill, isn't it relaxing? I love ripping paper. I think ripping paper is very therapeutic. Absolutely, positively therapeutic. I mean, we can worry about a pair of scissors if we want. I just don't want to have time. It's horrible to say. But I don't. I like the look of the ripped paper. Now, if I was using scissors or cutting these, I would ink the edges of these as well. Definitely. I really don't. That's one way to put it, Flo, that you have to be knocked down. Yes, Jill, it is. You know, I just want to dive right in and start crafting. Yeah, no. I don't want to. Do not. No, don't want that one there. No, but I like it there. Really? Ooh, no, I like that. All right, we're getting down on this one. Yay! And I'm just going to do the same thing on this one as well. With the splatters, the stamping. I'll break that up a little bit. Way too many tans. Oh, that's another. Too close to black. All right, we'll add a little bit more. All right, and I think we're good with this one. I don't think I need. All right, we'll put that one up there. No. We're going to put this one down here. Any big areas, I just want to break them up. All right, here we go. Now we're going to rinse and repeat. Watching me on the TV. Okay, that's a little large. Woo. A little bit more right there. Ow. All right, now the first thing I want to do, I'm going to throw all these scraps back in my bin. because the next two we're going to do are Christmas or winter themed. Let's say that. All right, now let's say Christmas because they'll have some trees. I'm not going to leave the trees out. All right. So, like I've shown before, I store my scraps in one of these. And I put my cut-aparts in there as well. When this starts bulging, that's a sign. For me, it's a sign. Because I will not go past that bin. I will not go into a second bin. Now I have scraps that are like a half a sheet. Those I put in another container because they can be put in journals. I can make tags out of them. I can use them in my mini scrapbook albums. So I do look at the size of the scrap as well. Scratch that one along here first. And then when I am putting together a scrapbook album or a journal, I will pull those out first. I have a system. And so far, it's been working. To my surprise. Stabbing my fingers. And our last one. Okay. Go back into our soup. Okay. Where's mine? Well, if you're not disorganized, if you're storing your scraps with the collection, for me to take the collection off my shelf, like if I take like maybe five sheets out of it, it doesn't come off my shelf. It's still a full-ish collection. So that'll just stay there, and I do use 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 plastic pockets for those. But once I've gone through the paper pad, and I have maybe 5 or less sheets left, then it gets broken down and it goes into the collection. We'll call it the collection bin. There you go. Okay, not too bad. Let's now work on holiday. And I've got all kinds. That's not holiday. That's not holiday at all. That's farm. Okay, let's get that out. Alright, so these will be somewhat Christmas themed. Alright. Woof. So yeah, that's how I'll break it down. All right, Flo, that's one way to look at it. Okay. Yes. And I think if we all look at it that way, then all right, I am gonna use a pair of scissors because I'm not pulling out my trimmer for this. It just needs to go. I do want that square. Okay, that's one way to look at it. It reminds me of a pouch, a zippered pouch I got my sister that basically says something to the effect, I do cross stitch, which means I can stab somebody because I push a needle over 4,000 times. So, yeah, to me that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, she does not. She will try different crafts, but she is a cross stitcher. That's all she will do. That's all she will collect. I have watched my mother try to teach her crocheting and knitting. My sides were hurting because, yeah, it was just... And I believe she's going to give it another go with me. And I have warned her that I do throw things. Okay, I want to save that piece. That's it. Have a good one, Jill. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, I'm going to keep that. That's a cut apart. Yes, Sal, I agree with that. I do as well. I do also cross stitch. Love to cross stitch. Wish I had more time to cross stitch. Um, I also spin, not exercise. I spin fibers. I knit, I crochet. Um, so, yeah, I love trying new things. What gets dangerous about it is then you start collecting those things. Now, I call those things my retirement fund. Just saying. And then there are still certain quilt kits that I've kept. Because every once in a while, I will pull out some fabric and sew. I don't like to say I quilt, because if I finish a quilt, I send it off to somebody to quilt. So I don't quilt. Okay, so you enjoy the cross stitch on paper. I do love the um, so are you talking about like the like Spellbinders does their stitching dies? Because I did get their uh, Stitchmas. That one I get every year. I really like what they do in the Stitchmas. And Ave, are you? Yes. Now, how do you know where to cut it? Those. Are you talking about the pieces that I'm putting down? Those? Because I'm just tearing them. I'm not measuring. I'm just cutting right into them. And just fingers crossed it'll hold. Because again, I'm just layering the paper. I want to get these different textures and looks and all of that. And a lot of these are already cut down to small size because these are from all those scrapbook albums that I did through this week. And then as I get closer, that's when I'm making sure, you know, like maybe all four sides are torn just to get that look if I'm looking for that look. Oh, thank you, Cordelia. So I know that the card bases, so I don't, the only thing that I know right now are my card bases are 5 by 6.5. And so that tells me that my panels are going to be 5.5 by 4. I'm going to go an inch smaller. I know I want this to go somewhere. It's going to go right there. So I know I'll be able to go 3 across. And since it's 5.5, I should be able to get 6 panels and just have a 1/2 inch strip that is left over. Which really does work out. Because I literally have 16 card bases. So my plan is at least to get the MasterBoards done. And get them cut and get them onto my card bases. I don't know if I'll get to the die cutting of the single balloon. I know that just needs to go there. No, I need this up here. It's got to break some stuff up there. Oh my. I cannot get that one piece sitting there. Nope. Finally. And then just one more. Actually, I do want to brighten this up. Next! What time are we at? Is that an 8 or a 6? Oh, have a good day, Jock. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, Flo, have a good one. Take care of yourself. Well, Ave, there's never an issue. You just, what I like to do is say, okay, I'm going to make this. This is what I'm going to make. So then you kind of know what you need. It's kind of sort of what I do when it comes to MasterBoards. Or I also make MasterBoards when I have no idea what to make. So when I get into a rut, it's either a MasterBoard, ink smushed background, journal. It's something like that. To clear the brain in some way. So in this case, I knew what the card base size was that I had. And I knew what I wanted to focus on. So I'm kind of serving two different things at the same time. I'm reaching for my water. That's funny. Oh, no, that wasn't good. Oh, Ave, have a good one. So, Gwen, I finished the single Tangle filming yesterday. I don't know if you were on when I was talking about that. How are you setting? Gwen, hopefully you're still there. I find it hysterical that people go away, eat breakfast, and come back. That is awesome. Thank you, Anthony. How are you setting yours up, Gwen? And the question that I'm asking her is for Inktober, with the tiles. Are you doing one big master piece, or are you doing individual tiles? I'm curious. Ooh. No, that doesn't look good. Oops, phone flipped. Okay. Yes, I'm doing one 9x12 tile. Because I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. I do want it to have a watercolor background. I really like the way those watercolors look. And Gwen, I'll show you why I'm kind of stumped. There's always something. Always something for me. Always gets me. Okay. Now I get stuck. Now I get stuck. So I hope everyone, even if you're not tangling for Inktober, I hope you'll do something for Inktober. I like these challenges. They at least make us do something to get ourselves moving, to just be creative, use up some items, use our stash. Because that's always a good thing. Did I? No, I did not. Oops. I think I'm actually going to put that there. Break that up a little bit. That breaks that up. Need more over here. All right, number 2 is done. So let me get these scraps back in here. Oh, that's good. They all went on the floor. I should have done more holiday MasterBoards. All right. other two are dry, which is awesome. We'll get these splattered. And we can at least, and this will probably save my my desk a little more. I am going to do the same stamping. Just because they're Christmas does not mean that they cannot have vintage stamps. Now, if I was going to sew these as well, I would do all the stamping first and then sew. If I was shaking my camera, I apologize. And whenever I'm stamping, I go smallest or largest to smallest. Anthony, join. Oh, good, Beth. Well, Gwen. So, once I get these and before I start cutting, let's talk about the 6x6 book. It's still in one piece, so don't think it's not. It is. But I was having a grand old time yesterday tangling. which I think I should put together a live class on that. I'm just saying. I'm thinking about it. Oh, now I gotta stamp one more time. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, as soon as we're done stamping these, I'll show you what I did and why I'm in the thought process that I am for. I just literally put my entire finger in the ink pad. For Inktober. I'm doing Inktober, by the way. Don't think I'm not. I am. I think I want to just change it up, though. Now, Anthony, you had said, how do I sign up? Sign up for what? What are we signing up for? Or were you asking somebody else and I should just stop asking? Let me know. I'm just having a grand old time here, just stamping away. This is just way too much fun. At least on these it is. Okay. We are done with all the stamping. So now they can get out of my way. I need a drink of water. And this is drink of water with ice. Just saying. So, Anthony, if you're looking for what I did for Inktober, that's through my Podia community. If you look at previous lives, you'll see a link down there, and it's free. And you'll see, so that's something that I did change up. We're not going to do these things. Look at the different colors that are actually in Vintage Photo. I just wanted to point that out. We are not, I'm not just going to keep the tangles in the second layer, the second level, which is a paid level. So the free level is also getting just the single tangles, and that's what you'll see. Now there won't be any step outs for any level. All right, now we're just gonna heavily splatter these. This is the snowstorm that has come in when it comes to these panels. And I pretty much, when it comes to this, I mean, I load up the fan brush and I literally just like let it fall. And that's what that looks like. So yeah, so you'll be able to see each of the tangles so that you can try them. Now I'm not doing anything with the tangles in that. You're getting, and it's a voice. So I'm walking through, you know, you do your C curve this way, you do it this way, you do it this way. So that's going to be there. And all 31 tangles I actually have them all filmed. It was a little scary there for a moment, because as I was filming, at some point my phone stopped. No, it's Inktober actually started, I think, for ink, for sketching, for drawing, for all of that. Our awesome CZTs from around the world just create these other things, and they're just amazing. And I'll have the one listed down below after this live is done and we're on replay. I'll have the link to Stephanie Jennifer's Inktober prompts. Where am I going with that? There we go. And what's really nice with what she does, this is just alcohol. I cleaned my dye table to get all the splatters off. And what she does in her document, and she also has a Ko-fi account where you can make a donation, because she does this for free. And again, guys, all of this stuff that we do, I enjoy every minute of it. Absolutely. But it takes time. It takes programs to do all of this. So I'll have her thing linked down below as well. So you can grab it. Okay, so these are the first two that we did, and now we're going to cut them. And I am just going to cut them in 4 by 5.5. Absolutely. Beth, I couldn't agree with you more. It's a yeah, like that's going to work. Okay. So Anthony, you just need to decide, do you want to do Zentangle? That's what mine's based off of, Zentangle. If you want to do ink sketching or inking, then just check it out. You know, look at what everyone's doing. It's really fun to see all of the creations that people come up with. That's what I enjoy. I really, really do enjoy how people create, what they're creating, the ideas that they have. So you just need to decide, Anthony, which one you want to go with. Totally up to you. All right, and then we're going to go 5.5. So we're only, that will be our only scrap. And I'll keep it. Because this could be a little tag, punch a hole in it, put a chain on it. That could be hanging from a journal. Just saying. Because they're thick, you can put more layers on them. You guys know me, I make paper charms. And they're fun. So when I'm putting this in my cutter, I'm looking to say, okay, what do I want dark? Do I want light? What am I looking for here? Ew. Oh, that one will be fun. All right, now the Christmas ones or the holiday ones, they're going to take a little bit to dry. But I'm going to do the same thing with these. I'll cut these down once these are completely dry. And then just do the same thing. So here from 2 MasterBoards, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 card bases. I'm just going to take 6 for right now. Because I want 6 regular and 6. No, I want 8 and 8. So I'm going to have 8 regular and 6 holiday themed. And when I bring these into work, I leave them open. And what I mean by that is, sometimes I'll put the sentiment on, sometimes I won't. They can choose which one they want to go with. It's kind of like build your own card. Oh, thank you, Sala. So basically, I'm just, now I look at the panel. And I'm like, yeah. I don't look at what the stamping is. I look at the papers, and then that's how that's going to go down. So that's just going to sit there. And then there's going to be, because I don't think we'll have enough time. There's going to be a balloon. Probably that size. And then I'm going to have string just coming from it. And the string's going to go behind the sentiment, you know, happy birthday. So that's what these are going to look like. I was like really cleaning this morning, so I didn't get prepped like I normally do. I'm very busy. Non-stop. Absolutely non-stop. So that's what we're doing. And then the same thing for the holiday ones. And I'm even going to have a balloon on top of that. So it's either going to be this one or it's going to be the smaller one, because I really hate covering up the MasterBoard. I really do. I really, really do. I just don't like covering it up. It makes me nuts. Because we put a lot of work into it. Even though it's scraps, we put a lot of work into it. So, Gwen. I think I'm going to do, so I know I said for Inktober Tangle, or Inktober Tangles for 2025, let's call it that, it was going to be in our level 2 community. And level 2 is a paid level. They go into different areas than what the level 1 does. But they're close. I changed my mind. I want both communities to have access to the tangles themselves. So all 31 tangles for each of the prompts have been filmed with voiceover. There won't be any step outs for any level because I respect some of the tangles are designed by other CZTs. They're not just Zentangle tangles, meaning the original creator. And I want to respect their work. All right, so out of respect, us CZTs, we don't do the step outs. So there won't be any step outs, but you'll have access, lifetime, to all the videos. A video is going to come out. Now, here's the choice. So I haven't decided yet if I'm just going to release all 31 videos in one day, which, wow. And in one post, which I don't know if that post would handle it. Or I will release one every day. So every day you would be notified, no matter what level you're in, that a post has been made with a new tangle. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, that's funny. So Cordelia, I had to release your comment because it was being monitored. Oh my. So that's what I'm still toying with, and I have 4 days. Of course, I wait till always the last minute. But again, Gwen is right. As long as when you go to Stephanie Jennifer, and I will have where she has this linked. I just got to find it again so that people can get it. You can print it down, or if you just put it in your computer and you click on the links, it looks like this. This is what it looks like. All right. And when you click on these boxes, these underlines, it will take you to the step out so that you will be able to see it. So you will have access to a step out. I just will not be providing them for you. All right. So either they're all going to come out one day on day one, or they're going to come out every day. Now, what I also did find out, because I know I was saying this in the community, I didn't know if there was a search bar. There is. Who knew? So when you're in your computer, on your computer in the community, when you look on the left-hand side, up above, after you're in the community, you will see search. So I'm in the process of creating for both levels, broken down by month, what the topic was. And you'll be able to search for September 2025, and everything for that month will come up if that's what you want to see and be specific. So that was really worrying me that we couldn't do that. Okay, but we can. Just a little tidbit there. So what I did, one of the things that the level 2 got was how to make an album to hold the tiles. I used my album. So my album is holding all the tiles for every day, and these are the tiles that you're seeing me make as the instructional video. Okay, so everybody will see these every day. All right, 2 different versions sometimes, 2 different ways that you can do the tangle, but you're just seeing the tangle. Okay, that's all you're seeing. You're just seeing this tangle. All right, but voiceover, everything. So Gwen, that's what I did with my book already. So yeah. And there are some really cool tangles in here. I have found a new love. Oh, absolutely love this one. Oh, it is absolutely gorgeous with some of these. And a lot of these These are the first times, if they're outside of Zentangle, they were the first time that I actually did the tangles. So that's what, oh, I forgot to shade all of that. Okay, so you don't get to be seeing shade that one. I got to shade that one. All right, so that's what I did with my book. Now I've got to figure out if I'm going to do individual tangles or I do want to do one large piece. That was a lot of words. That was a lot of words. So sorry. So that's what I'm toying with now. Now, the main piece that I work on, that is going to be in level 2. When it comes to that, and how that works through. There won't be any words to it, but I am considering, and I'll be sending out a post at some point to see if those that are in the level 2, if they would be interested in doing a live one day out of the month, to work on the project of what they're doing, and all of that stuff. But everybody will get the instructional videos for the tangles. That was eating at me. It was. It was. It was just eating. That is a lot of gold. Wow. That's just way, I love gold, but wow, that's just a lot. So that's what we're doing with that. Now, what's also happening in the community, in the first level, the free level, is we are going to make a card, and we're going to stamp a floral, and we are going to use our colored pencils. So that is what the October, that's what our October project is going to be. I just opened up the level 2 to a degree for everybody, because October was Inktober. Inktober was October's level 2 project. I hope that made sense. So, anybody got any questions? Questions? Yes, my 9x12 grid is 1.5 squares. Oh, thank you, Gwen. Yeah, I really like the way the book came out. But I was going to use those watercolor tiles, but I think what I'm going to do, I think there's just a couple that I'm going to show on YouTube. Individual tangles. So maybe I'll use those, but I'll definitely use those because I do love the granulation in the watercolor. Okay, Cordelia will be here. It's okay. All right, so our last one, I want that one. Let's see if our holiday ones are open. And I will say they have a great, Stephanie chose a great mix of tangles. These I will save. And I don't like to say easy, because everything's easy. You just got to break it down. Now that's still wet. I don't want to add a lot of heat to that. So we'll let those dry there. Simplistic in nature, and when you see the step out, you know, you look at the tangle and you're like, how did they do that? Oh, I think they did it this way, this way, this way. And then when you see the step out, you're like, get out. Really? Okay. And it just comes together. I talk to myself when I tangle. It's what I do. And then there are some that are, you know, more complex, meaning there's more strokes in them. You've really got to keep an eye on where you're going, but it is simplistic. It's all strokes that we use every day. Well, not our youth, but us older folks, we still write. These are strokes that we use every day. Cangular, and I can show cangular, because Gwen just said she liked cangular. Oh, look at that, I went right to it. So cangular is this, but then you can update it to this. This reminds me of what we call a fragment. Very geometric. Very, very geometric. I'm into the botanicals, the swirls. This one I loved. Absolutely loved this one. This one is really cool. Just the way that it comes together. Toodles is my favorite. I love Toodles. Toodles is right up there. This was fun. Lots of potential with this one to add to it. This was different. This is actually by Stephanie Jennifer. She's the one that puts this whole thing together every year, and it's her 10th anniversary, so she's been doing this for 10 years. And yes, this is the first year I'm doing this. Yeah. Very different. It's a tangle. Rambles is new. This one was fun. I want to keep working with that one because I have these 2 ribbons that were off, but that's because my X was off, but I was okay with it. This was fun. Zenith, 2 ways. Love the bee fly. And of course, it's because it's got flux in it and it looks botanical. Oli oli. Okay, when you hear that, or you're going oli oli o, I'm just saying, that's all I was doing yesterday as I was tangling that. I'm just saying. Mythograph is, I love it, but it's not for everyone. It's just not. It's very intriguing. Loved, I think it's Skoji. That one's cool. Puffle was fun. Got to get used to Puffle though. Puffle was different. So I showed 2 different ways on how you can do Puffle. Tripoli. Love. Absolutely love this one. This one was fun. Mirth. I've always looked differently at Mirth, but it's interesting. Beautiful. Favorite. Want to do that one a little differently. That's INKtober. So different on this one. So different. It makes you want to think, and I didn't want to think. Ing, can do a lot with Ing. Owl Peak is cute. And then you have, oh, I gotta do that. I guess I forgot to do shading once in a while. 2 different ways to do Yeed, either as a border or blossoming. Quandary. Poke Heart. Still want to work with that. I still want to get that over there. She is on YouTube, and a lot of these people are. She's a YouTuber, does beautiful work. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This was fun. You could either do the 2 rows like I did, or just the 1 single one. It's a bow. And then I gotta shade that one. That's IDOS. Biddy. These These are going to be the tangles for INKtober. INKtober. Yeah, I say that a lot too in the videos, by the way. INKtober. Yep. For INKtober, October. These are all the ones that I will be showing. I'll have to look into that, Gwen. Yeah, he was in his step out. He was showing different ones. It was just, I'll have to go back in. Oh, Cordelia, I need to live closer to you with all that bread. Although bread's not good for me, but I don't care. I don't care. Sourdough, they say, is better for you. So that's good. So that is what the conundrum is. Let's see, what time is it? 1:34. My panels are still drying. Biddy, we made some MasterBoards for card bases that I needed to make. All right, and Gwen, you said yours is a 9x12 gridded 1.5 squares, took a week to complete. Is that what you're doing for your final project? On a 9x12? Yeah, you know what we're doing here if I'm doing this. Next weekend, or next Sunday, yes, the 5th, I will be going live. The weekend after, I will not. I will be taking off. I can't find the edge of my tape. There it is. Ouch. I'm going to try to have as thin a border as I can here. Don't forget, Saturday, I will be over on, no, that grid was practice. I have an inky big 9x12 tile. Okay. I think that's what I want to do. But I think I'm going to add something in the center of it. I should have gotten a bigger piece of art. When I tangle big. I mean, I'll tangle small too, but it's not the first thing that I'll gravitate to go small. So, yeah, there's gonna, for those of you in the community, there's gonna be just a couple of posts just pulling out that, hey, here's a list of what we've done, and I'll keep adding to it so that as new people come in, you can search based off of the month and the year. So month dot year is how you can search in there so that you can just focus on a topic and just have those posts come up. I will, give me 1 second, be right back. Wow. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to switch to a large panel. I'm going to use the same watercolors. I'm going to use my Mission Gold granulating. With a lot of water. Lots and lots of water. So, as I was saying, don't forget, on Saturday, the 4th, 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, see, I'm getting that. Biddy and I will be up on Biddy's channel, and we will be having some fun on World Card Making Day on October 4th. We've got something interesting planned. Yes. And we will have it done in the time frame we desire. Only as long as she doesn't throw any curveballs at me. She can't do that. Alright, so I am going to not just go directly with the paint. So I'm not going to go wet into dry. I need to go to take the... Oh, I love these colors. I really do. I'll go into wet, and I'm just going to keep moving this. We're just going to create our drips onto my table. This is what crafting's all about. So, please do join us on Saturday. I know it's going to be fun. When is it not? When is it not? And if nothing else, you will have awesome entertainment. And honestly, that is just, it's what it's all about, right? Just have fun. And enjoy. And then on Sunday, I will be live. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know if anyone asked about this big brush. This is a new brush that Craftmo came out with, and I just had to have it. And again, I'm just letting these colors go. Now we'll just add splats. That's what we'll call them. So please make sure you join us. That's not what I wanted. And I think that's what I want. Okay. I'm looking at the comments. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I have 3 curveballs. What? What curveballs? What it? You just like to do that to me, Betty. I'm sorry. No, I have to use these, yeah, because these are just phenomenal. Gonna do that panel because I have to have choices. I am using watercolor. And honestly, I'm using my Canson XL because that will bloom. And I want it to bloom. Good morning, Denise. No, I'm still going here. Although probably after this panel, come on, I have to go do adult things. You know, the cleaning, the cooking. And then there's a few other things that I need to focus on. Now this, I'm going to spray haphazardly. And we're going to see what this one does. Because honestly, I would like to keep some white areas. So I'm just going to drop in the colors. And we're going to let this go. Oh, I like that one. I think. I just want to make sure that there's no, sorry guys, I got lost in that for a second. Um, just of those splotches. It's a really nice brush. So I think that's what I'm going to go with a full panel. Because again, I already did the single tiles. So they're already set. Want those drips. Everything's got a drip. Let's see. It is. That's one thing I will say about these watercolors. They do poof. That's, you know, the thing about these. They do really act very delightful with water. They're very cool. But I want to have the options because I'm not quite sure if I want to do this or if I want to do just the individual tangles. There's two ideas that are in my head when it comes to this. When it comes to the Zentangle thing. So I'm going to stick with these. I'm not quite sure which one we're going to go with yet. But once they dry, we will know. And we will figure it out. So, Biddy, I'm sorry I used these watercolors. They are awesome. I hate to say it. And I don't know, I had a couple people come across after the live that we did recently when I was really playing with these. I think that was last week. Oh, everything just fell. Who cares? So they were asking me, you know, where can I get these? Where I'm not finding them. So I got mine from Amazon, and I forget what they cost. So I apologize for that. I know they're pricey. But the set, sorry, I'm moving around, sorry about that. But the set didn't have all the colors that I wanted. There was a woman who swatched all of these colors, and there were some of them that I really wanted those colors. I just knew that I was going to like them and what they were going to do. And I found, the only place that I found them, and maybe because they're still new, I don't know. I don't have much information on these, so I apologize, meaning locations. Was, I think they were in Spain. It was a store in Spain. And it was amazing prices. The shipping was low. I mean, dirt low. And they had every single color. They had the whole line. So I was able to get the colors that I wanted. And no, amazingly, I didn't get the whole set. Wow. I don't know why I didn't, but you know, we can just stick with it there. I showed restraint. Yes, I showed restraint. It can happen. So the ones that I was just using, Maddie, are the Mission Gold tourmaline granulation watercolors. And I didn't know that they were coming out. I just happened to come across them in Amazon. And it was just a scary movement from there. But again, your granulations work best with water. Just water. Now, I know you're all saying, okay, Des, you're sounding like an idiot. Okay, yeah, that's true. I just heard myself say it. But you want to have a lot of water. So doing these backgrounds, you're seeing the effect of the tourmaline. That's not watercolor. That's the effect of what the tourmaline gives you and the granulation, how it's just settling in the pockets. And it's best on cold pressed paper because you really see the granulation then go right into those crevices. And that's the purpose of, you know, having your granulation pieces or your watercolors, because you like that look of the granulation that's just settling in there. But this pink undertone that's going throughout this, that's the tourmaline that's in it. And that does that. Well, Maddie, I hope you get out of your funk. Trust me, I know. Been there. Yep, been there, done that. Well, and unfortunately, you guys kind of saw it. But I will say, I find that, is that dry? That if I forced it, or when I forced it, when you lose all ability to create, for me, it made it worse. Alright, I'm just going to get these cut, and then I'm going to let you guys go to enjoy your day. Biddy to find a couch. There's another house sale on the other block of me. I'm just saying. Yeah, just throwing it out there. I don't know why. There's a lot of houses going on around me. I'm like, okay, do y'all need to know something? What's going on? And then I am just going to get everything ready. So for those of you in the community, when you see all of these posts, that's why. All right, so I did. I made a decision to release all the tangles to everybody. I want everybody to see just the tangles. And then the different projects are going to sit in the second level. And again, I'll have linked down to Stephanie Jennifer's link so that you can get her download. Make sure you check out all of her social media. She's beautiful work. Beautiful, beautiful work. And I hope you'll tangle along. But again, it's not going to be shown on my YouTube. A few videos will, but not all of it. One or two, maybe. The majority, it's going to be in the community. So if you want to check it out, love to have you there. Okay, again, I keep those. Again, these panels are 4 by 5.5, and they are going to become backdrops for birthday cards. Why not? Why not? Right? All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I've kept you long enough. Biddy, at some point, let you and I get on a call because I have an idea for something for you to make. Or for you to just, we'll get on a call. No, Biddy, no. You know, I love you with all my heart. Yes, I do, and I would do anything for you. Yep. Except move where you are. No. No, when you were talking about the bunnies, the cottontail bunnies, and just snacking, what I was envisioning was the rattlesnakes and the scorpions coming out and getting them. That's what I envisioned. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I lived near you, my house would be burned down by now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I can feel you laughing hysterically. But yeah, nope. Nope. Yeah. And you're just so calm about it. No. I'm sorry. Just can't. Exactly, Sala. Exactly. I would. You know what? She needs me. I am there. Absolutely. Call my name. I'll be there. Yes. But I cannot live there. So it's like that song. It's just right there. You know, maybe I just live in a bubble and I don't know what true, critters we have around me. And you know what? I'm good with that. It's bad enough. I know about the wolf spiders that I've got going on around me. That just makes me nuts. So, all right, guys. I'm going to let you go. By all means, enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. I hope it's a good one. Maddie, I hope you get out of your funk. Just do little things. Cordelia's right. You know what? If you're forcing yourself to do something that you know you're doing for your channel, do something else. Do something that you want to do. Whether that's just pulling out some watercolors and just mixing them on the paper or having fun with them, but be in your own space. Don't try to record. I mean, that's what I did, and unfortunately, that's how I came out with 18 journals. But that's what helped me. But you'll get out of it. Your body's just telling you need to rest. You need to rest. You need to clean your brain. I don't want to Google that, Cordelia, and nobody please Google that and send it to me. I'm just saying that I don't need to know. You know, they say things that you don't know will not hurt you, and that is true. Yeah, please do not make me go psychotic so that my husband will go crazy. I'm just saying. All right? Enjoy your day. I love you all. Thank you so much for spending this time. We got through MasterBoards today, which is awesome. Next week, I have no idea what we're going to do, but we'll figure it out. Take care. Remember, Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Time, me and Biddy on her channel, not here, her channel. We are going to have some fun, and I'm sure she's going to do something to me. Yes, which is always fun. So guys, take care. I will see you next week, and you'll see a few videos being sprinkled in that I've found in my vault. Yes, never published them. Who knew? So take care and enjoy. Bye.